Hello everyone, my name is Beth and this is my Flosstube channel, Busy Bee Stitches. And boy oh boy, I have to say the warmest welcome to all of you, new subscribers, old subscribers. Welcome to this video. Thank you so much for supporting me, for watching my videos, for hanging out with me, for just being so enthusiastic and awesome, because I have made it to 500 subscribers here on YouTube and 500 followers on Instagram. I can't even handle it. I can't handle it. You guys are incredible. Thank you so much. I can't believe it. Thank you so much. So yeah, I have a really awesome video planned for today. Not only am I going to go over all of my stitching updates for the month of January, but we're also going to do not one, not two, not three, but 5 giveaways? 7 giveaways? I have a bunch of giveaways planned for today and I'm so excited. I've never done a giveaway on this channel because I cannot be trusted to go to the post office in a timely manner. And I just don't want to do a giveaway and then be sitting on your stuff for a long time because I can't get my act together. But I have figured out how to do a giveaway that will have some really fun, awesome stuff and will not require me to go to the post office even once. So we have a win-win situation there. So basically what I'm gonna do is I have collected some of my awesome friends who have small businesses who I love to support, both with my money and with shouting them out here so that you all get to know about them too and know about how awesome they are. So I have some stuff from these awesome small businesses lined up to give away today. And yeah, I'm just really excited. So my giveaway rules are that you can't say giveaway in your comment because that brings all the trolls and all the people who are not cross-stitchers who don't actually want to win the thing. And you have to be 18. You have to be subscribed to my channel, and you unfortunately have to live in the US for almost all of these. I'll tell you if that doesn't apply. Unfortunately, I know that really sucks because I have some really fantastic subscribers I know who don't live in the US, but shipping outside of the US right now is just a little bit bonkers, so I'm just not prepared to deal with that. But if you live outside of the US and you would like to enter into this giveaway, please, if you can find yourself a buddy who does live in the US, who you can provide their address, and I can ship to them instead and then they can ship to you, that's totally fine. So if you win and you're subscribed to my channel, as long as you can provide to me a US address to ship to, then you're golden. So yeah, I'm looking forward to all the giveaways. I'm really excited. And I have a feeling that that a bunch of my new subscribers came here because of my 2021 year in review. So thank you all for giving that video so much love. I really kind of thought it was, you know, that kind of stuff is nerdy, it's sort of out there, sort of in the weeds, and I was not really expecting that video to do super well. I was just gonna make it because it was interesting to me and fun for me, but it's clearly been interesting and fun for lots of you folks also, so I am so thrilled by that. It just helps me know that I'm really surrounded by my people in this community. So thank you so much for engaging with that video. I have gotten a bunch of really awesome questions from that video, And if you've got questions, feel free to put them in my YouTube comments of that video, or in, you can always DM me on Instagram. My Instagram will be in the description below. But I've had like a few questions repeated a bunch of times, and that is really fantastic because it's inspired me to put together some videos on my channel about those questions specifically. So I will have those coming up. They'll probably be sprinkled throughout the year a little bit, but I have one coming up really soon here about how I update my spreadsheet every month. So I'll be making that soon, so stay tuned for that. I also released my January stash dive video. And for those who may not be familiar with that series, I'm doing a series on this channel, basically diving through all of my stash, all of my unstarted charts and kits. And I am putting out videos every month. So if you are new to that series, there is a playlist on my channel, and there is an intro video. So please go watch that first. That will probably explain 95% of the questions that you might have, and then you can watch the rest of the videos in whatever order you'd like. My January video was about my winter and yearly charts, and I'll be putting out a video in February, hopefully in next week, about my Valentine's Day and love themed patterns, because we have Valentine's Day coming up. And on that note, we have our first giveaway, because my lovely friend Athena of Stitching Goddess Designs, her birthday is on Valentine's Day, so I just had to do this giveaway associated with my Valentine's Day stash dive. So Athena has a wonderful business called Stitching Goddess Designs. She runs it through her Facebook group, so you can look that up if you don't know about her stuff already, but she makes really fantastic t-shirts. So I'm actually wearing one of hers today. This is a custom shirt that she made for me. I'm a big fan of the Olympics, and the Winter Olympics are going on right now. So of course I'm wearing this shirt. But she has a fantastic selection of cross-stitch theme related shirts. So this is my favorite one that I have. I just love this so much. The bright pink just makes me so happy. And it says, "I got so much procrastinating done today, but I sure did stitch a lot." I love this shirt. Fits my personality so well. But Athena has tons of designs, shirt colors, tons of size options. So what I'm gonna do is, for whoever wins this giveaway, I'm just gonna have you go take a look at her shop and see which shirt you would like to get, and then you'll send me your address, and I'll send Athena all the info, and Athena will ship straight to you. So that is super exciting. So if you would like to win a t-shirt by Stitching Goddess Designs, please put a comment down below that says Goddess. And you are welcome to enter any and all of these giveaways today, and you just won't be able to win more than once. So if you win one, then you're excluded from the rest. So put Goddess, Goddess, if you'd like to win a t-shirt from Athena. All right, so real quick before we dive into the specifics of my stitching progress from the month, let's just do a quick overview, because you guys loved all the numbers from the 2021 review video. I'm gonna give you some numbers as we go throughout the year. So in January, I stitched 7,139 stitches. That's a little bit low for me. I think normal for me is around 10,000. But because of my wrist, I was not able to get anywhere close to 10,000. But I did do some really like concerted effort stitching on some other projects earlier in the month, which is probably how I injured myself. So yeah, I don't think, did I talk about my wrist? I don't think I talked about it. Let me talk about that. So if you follow me on Instagram, you will have seen this already, but I got tendonitis in my thumb, and that gave me some really severe wrist pain. So the pain was here in my thumb, in like the base of my thumb, and then it ended up radiating up into the top of my wrist, and like I couldn't even move this much without pain. So I went to the doctor and she was like, yep, that is classic. Apparently, this is a super common injury for people who sew, and it's really this like grasping motion that does it. And it was not comfortable at all. And I had the thumb pain for about a week before it started bothering my wrist also. And so I probably should have taken it easy when my thumb first started bothering me. And of course I did not do that. And so I'm sure that's what put it over the edge. So I don't have it here to show you, but up until the last couple of days, I've been wearing a wrist brace with a thumb immobilizer for pretty much the entirety of the day, every day. It's been a little over 2 weeks. Maybe more like 3. She told me to wear it for 2 weeks, and I asked her if I could stop wearing it if it stopped hurting, and she said, no, please wear it for the whole 2 weeks. And so I have not been able to do any stitching over those weeks. I guess it's really only been 2.5 weeks. It feels like a million years of not stitching. I just have been absolutely miserable not being able to stitch, and I've been trying to use it as an excuse to do other things that I've been meaning to do, like some jigsaw puzzles and some tidying around the house, and really just all of it is frustrating because I just wish I was stitching. So I mean, it's a great indicator that stitching really, you know, impacts my mood, and that it's a really positive force on my life. But yeah, bummer. So I have reintroduced stitching a little bit every day, but I'm really trying hard to not overdo it and, you know, get back to the place I was 2 weeks ago, because that was really not fun. So if you have ever had tendonitis like that, and have suggestions for me or things that worked for you, please let me know, because I do not want to have to go long stretches without stitching, because that would make me so sad. But yeah, so I stitched a little over 7,000 stitches in January, and I stitched for 46 hours and 27 minutes in total for January. So let's try and top that in February, shall we? All right, that's all I have for my intro. I know it was a long one, but there's a lot going on. So let's move into showing you some FFOs, because I have FFOs, which I never ever have. The first FFO I have to show you, I have 2 FFOs that are gifts and 2 that are for me to display in my house. So the first thing I have to show you is a gift for my brother, and here it is. This is Muskoka Morning. I'm assuming that's a place in Canada. This is by the Pigeon Coop, and they design lots of things with landscapes in Canada, so I'm assuming Muskoka is a lake in Canada. But I loved this piece. I stitched it on a piece of Color and Cotton Ada on 14 count. I don't remember what the fabric was called, but color and cotton fabric is a dream to stitch with. And so I got this framed at Michael's. All of these FFOs I got framed at Michael's. And my brother is moving into a new house, and so I thought having this ready for him to put up in his new house as a housewarming present would be awesome. So I finished this, like, I don't know, in January or February of last year. And it's taken me this long to FFO it. So, I mean, that's pretty classic me. My brother and I grew up going to a lake in the Adirondacks, and it's our absolute favorite place in the whole world. And so I just knew that this view would be something he would love having up in his house. And it's a rather thick frame, so he can set it on flat on something, or he can hang it up like this. So, very, very happy with that. Next, I have a really big one to show you. Oh God. This one is also a gift. And there it is. This was a finish for me in December. This is Butterflies by Sasha Teresheva. And I got this off of Etsy. And I am so proud of this finish. This was also on a piece of color and cotton. This is linen. And so I've got my ring light reflecting in that glass there. But this is glass with a non-reflective coating, so that's why the light is showing up like greenish in it. And I was really, really hesitant to do the white matte with the white frame, and the framer that I was working with really encouraged me to do it. She said that it would really pop the colors, and she was completely right. So I'm so pleased. So I am seeing my grandmother in March. I hoped that I could do this for her birthday in January, but I just didn't get it FFO'd in time, and then I really had no way to get it to her. This is heavy and it's big, and it's also very special, and so I'm very afraid to ship it. And I'm also afraid of how much it would cost. And so I'm going to bring this with me when I see her. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to take it on a plane, which does not thrill me, but I will figure it out. I'll figure it out somehow. I don't know. If anyone has ever taken a frame on the plane like this, let me know. Cause like, I don't know, like this won't fit in an overhead. Will it even fit under a seat? Will they let me hold it in my lap? I don't know. I don't know what to do. If you have suggestions, please let me know. All right. Next, I have one for me. This is my first ever, like, professionally framed, like permanently framed item for me to hang in my house. I've had like things that I've just threw in a frame myself, but that never feel like the permanent way I'm gonna display it. But this is like, this is it. This is how it'll be displayed in my house. I had this FFO'd previously. I FFO'd it for the StitchCon brag table. But again, I really just threw it in a frame, and the frame broke. So I couldn't even, you know, leave it in there for now. So I went ahead and brought this with me when I was framing those gifts. And here it is. This is Light by Barbara Anna, and I stitched this on, I stitched this with the Bendy Stitchy conversion using Sulky, and boy, do I love it. I just love the dark green mat that goes with it. And there's also a gray mat underneath that really goes well with the color of the fox's dress, which is fantastic. I'm absolutely thrilled with this. Now, something interesting I noticed that I don't even know if you're gonna be able to tell on video, but if you look really, really closely, you can tell that the stretching is not perfect. It's not perfectly straight. Now, I could let that really bother me, or I could use this as a reminder that when I frame things myself and it's not perfect, like professionals don't get it perfect either. That like perfect is nearly impossible to achieve, and that I should not be striving for perfect. I should be striving for, when I hold it back here, it looks freaking amazing. So it's a really good reminder for me. And finally, oh God, trying to have those not fall over. My absolute favorite one This is Saturn by Stitching Land. I finished this in 2019, I think. I think I started it in 2018. I could be wrong. I have this recorded somewhere. I don't have it in front of me. But this is one of the first larger projects I did. I started this for, I must have started this in 2019 because I started it for Magical Stitches. But this is full coverage. I mean, it's not rectangular, but within that circle, it is full coverage. I never attempted anything like this before when I stitched this. And so this piece is really special to me for that reason. It was by far the most complicated thing I had ever stitched. Not that this was hard or anything, it just is memorable to me for that reason. And I've been wanting to get this frame for a long time. I have some other sort of like space themed things to hang up on my wall, and I've been waiting to be able to add this to that collection of things. And so I finally went ahead and did it. And my favorite thing about this is the velvet mat. I just think it adds such a cool depth. And we worked really hard to find the right color that would complement the blues but wouldn't clash. And I think this is just stunning. It's exactly what I wanted. I cannot wait to have this hanging on my wall. I'm just so, so proud of this. And to honor how far I've come in my stitching journey, I used to, let me show you an example. I used to store my flosses. I used to store my flosses like this in a bag. And then I discovered Floss Wraps and how much easier it was to pull floss off of a floss drop to use it. So then I started using like this type of thing. And putting things onto a floss drop, putting floss onto a floss drop was kind of annoying to do until I discovered the Floss Winder. Floss Winder, in my opinion, is completely revolutionary. Now, Stacy Stitches did not invent the Floss Winder, but in my opinion, she's perfected it. Stacy Stitches has an Etsy shop where she and her husband make wooden stitchy items. And just the things that they have available are absolutely beautiful. I've shown on my channel before the tablet stand that I have from them, but the floss winders I think are my for sure favorite thing. So I'm gonna give one of those away today. I have 2 examples here to show you. And there are 3 sizes available in her shop. I only have 2 of them here to show you. This one is 9 inches. This one is 18 inches. And there's a medium size that is 12 inches in her shop as well. Now, the way this works, if you're not familiar with it, is you put the floss through this hole right here, and then you start winding your floss around it. Now, this is why it's revolutionary, is because it allows you to make floss drops super quickly, allows you to cut lengths super easily, and once you've wound up either the whole skein or however much you wanted to, then there's a groove right here, which again, Stacy did not invent this, but this is not something I have seen on a lot of floss winders. There are lots that are just a flat piece of wood, but having this little groove here means that you can fit your scissors. I don't have scissors next to me to show you, but you can fit your scissors right into this groove to cut your floss. And then your floss is all the same length. So you can put it onto your floss strap and it looks so pretty and nice, and then you can pull it off easily, and you didn't have to like do any measuring. Like I used to measure my floss lengths by like going to my elbow, and with this I don't have to do that. So I use the 9-inch size for my highly variegated threads, because I don't fold them over for the loop start. So this 9-inch size is good for me for not loop starting. And then I use the 18-inch size for my DMC because I loop start it. So I want it to be twice as long, so that when I fold it over, then it's the same size as the floss from the 9-inch one. So if you would like to win a floss winder of your choice of whatever size, 9-inch, 12-inch that I don't have to show you, or 18-inch, if you would like to win a floss winder from Stacy Stitches, by the way, they all look like this. They all have the purple heart wood in the middle. If you would like to win one of those, put a comment that says purple, with the word purple. All right. That is all I got for FFOs. So let's move on to finishes. The first finish I have to show you today comes from my Whip Go board. This project was called in January and my goal was a finish, and I accomplished that. So this is Old Faithful by Barbara Bankster. And I got this in a kit from, actually from Yellowstone at the park, at one of the gift shops. And I switched out the Ada because the piece that was included was too small for fitting it into a frame. So I swapped that out for just a piece of Ada that I had that was the same size, same count, but larger. And I used all of the kit floss except for I changed the what the ground looks like right there underneath the geyser. I didn't like the way it was charted, so I picked out my own colors instead. And then the other change that I made is that this is supposed to say Yellowstone National Park underneath. And when I finished this top part, I was fully intending to stitch that. But when I finished this, I just realized that it looked so complete and nice as this full coverage rectangle, and that by adding the words underneath, which of course were kind of unnecessary because like I know where this is and it's gonna be hanging in my house, that it just detracts from the finished look. So I decided not to do that, and I call this a finish. So in addition to WhipGo, I have decided to create an extra WhipGo board. Now, I don't want to put additional strain on myself. I'm not trying to like make myself nuts with extra challenge, but I wanted something to help guide me with what to work on if I finished all of my goals for the month already. And so what I decided to do was to, and that happened in January. This is what inspired me, is that I finished all my goals in January, and so I was trying to decide what to stitch on next. And my WhipGo board only covers, my WhipGo board only covers about half of my whips. Now I have multiple, I have projects repeated on my WhipGo board multiple times, so that I get more progress on them. But as a result of that, only about half my projects are covered on my WhipGo board. And I would really like to at least touch everything that I have. And so I've discovered that I can make a whole nother WhipGo board with the rest of my projects exactly, to basically just not to have any extravagant goal, just to bring it out and stitch on it. So I created that WhipGo board. So I'll show you what my regular, normal, main WhipGo board looks like here. And this has the January things marked off as well as the February things marked off. And then here is what my extra WhipGo board looks like. I also put on here, I actually had a few extra spaces, and so I ended up also putting on, touching again some things that I started in this year so that I won't have just stitched on them one time. So that is what motivated me to pull out this project. This is Christmas Sweater by New Leaf Crafts. And here it is, complete. I modified this pattern from the original design a little bit, which, by the way, when I pulled this out, I really only had like the top corner and like a little bit of the hanger and top of the sweater. Like I really had almost none of this done. So the fact that I finished it is pretty impressive to me. So the modifications I made were that this was not supposed to be square. This is supposed to be a rectangle, and right in here above the sweater, it was supposed to say "My Cozy Sweater," and I just thought it didn't need that, so I took it out and I squished it all up so that it's more of a square. And the other thing I changed is this sort of lacy looking border. These were supposed to just be like backstitched little stars, and I made them eyelets instead. And I think that looks so much better. I also, the pattern called for doing some French knots on the sleeves of the sweater, and I just thought it really didn't need them. I tried them multiple times, and like even if I could make my French knots look okay, it just totally detracted from everything else, and I just didn't think it was necessary. So I took them out, and I like it this way. And I stitched this on a piece of 32 count J linen by Picture This Plus. So there you have it. All right, let's move on to my whips. I have 3 whips to show you today. The first one is a secret project that you will only see here because the person I'm stitching this for doesn't watch these videos. And that person, who lives in my house, was away for a weekend, so I was able to get some progress in on this. This is by Peppermint Purple. Hopefully you can tell what it is, but I will put a picture here of what this will look like finished. I believe I worked on this block, and this block. Almost got a full row, but not quite. I am super, super close, as you can see, to halfway through the main part of this design. I was talking to Athena of Stitching Goddess Designs about this project recently, and what is not obvious, what she did not realize, is that this is not like what the border will look like finished. This whole middle part of the border will be filled in also. So there is quite a bit of border work, but the squares in the middle are the majority of the work. So I don't even know if you can see all the fills from that far away. So that's what this looks like so far. I do not have this on any of my WhipGo boards. I don't have any stated goals for this project. I mean, if I could finish this year, boy oh boy, would I be thrilled. Do I think that that's possible or reasonable? Most definitely not. No, no way. And I mentioned this in my year-end review video, but putting pressure on myself for this project makes it not fun. So I'm gonna stitch it at my own pace, and I'm going to work on it when I'm able, when I have opportunities like I did in January. I will have another opportunity in late February, early March, so I will bring that back out again. Next, we have Autumn Quakers by Rosewood Manor. Now, I stitched on this a ton in January because I hosted a fun challenge on Instagram for stitching 2,022 stitches for the year 2022 over the first week in over the first week in January on a single project. And what I picked to stitch for that challenge is Autumn Quakers. And so I made a ton of progress. I'm working over here and I got a page finish, which is fantastic. And so now I am moving down here and working on this page here. So I also started working on this motif here. This project is not gonna see a finish this year, but it's gonna be close. I've got lots of goals for this project. So that page finish that I got was a WhipGo goal, and that is not the last time this will come out for WhipGo. My battery's gonna die. Hold please. All right, that's better. So while we were talking about this beautiful project, I mentioned in my, I think it was my year-end review video, that something that totally made me go from, like, it totally changed my life on this project. It made me go from hating this project to tolerating and actually enjoying this project is I used to work off of the spool. Oh God, my needle minder's connected. That's never good. I used to work off the spools of Valdani floss that are called for this project. And you're supposed to be able to just pull right off the spool. And you don't have to divide the floss or anything like that. So I was just pulling right off the spool and it was miserable and I hated it. So I unraveled all the spools and I put them on these Stitchy Hugs by Sarcy Girl. And these are floss wraps, but instead of having, like, I'll show you some floss wraps that I made for myself. So these are floss wraps that I've made. And instead of just having a hole that I tie my floss around, these allow you to, like, more drape your floss around it. So see how it's not pulled as tightly into like a knot here? I mean, you still can do that. Let me show you. So that's kind of what I've done with my little bit of leftover here. So this is like what floss would look like on a normal drop, and you can still do that on these. But these floss hugs make it so much easier to pull off of the floss drop. Like, you don't have to really tug to get it off. It just comes right off. You just pull and it comes out. And it's not as rough on your floss, which I really appreciate. And I just think these are absolutely beautiful and amazing, and I love them. So because it is Valentine's Day, she has multiple kinds in her shop, multiple shapes, but because it's about to be Valentine's Day, I'm going to give away this heart shape that she has in her shop, and it comes with the stickers to write your floss number on. The ones that I have are she recycled from cereal boxes, but I don't think all of them are like that. I think I bought recycled ones specifically. But if you would like to win a set of Stitchy Hugs from Sarcy Girl, I will put on the screen right here how many are in the set that I'm giving away. Please put a comment down below with the word hug, because these are Stitchy Hugs. All right. I do not recommend having two needle minders on a project because they just stick together, and yet I do it kind of all the time. I don't recommend it. All right, I have one more whip to show you. This one came from my extra secondary whip go board. This is Peace on Earth by Cottage Garden Samplings. And I've got a picture up of what the original design looks like, and then I'm also gonna put a picture up of the crop that I'm doing. I'm only doing half of this project. And here is my progress. I love every second of stitching on this piece. As you can see, I don't usually stop in the middle of a length of thread like this, but I did while I was working on this because this was the last thing I worked on before I had to stop stitching. And I like had to stop nearly mid-stitch because I was in so much pain. But I just wanted to keep going. I couldn't bear to stop. This is just stunning. I absolutely love those pine cones. I love them so much. Ugh, I love it. So I'm pretty much done from here to here. There's like a snowflake that's got to go here, but other than that, I'm done with the top half. So then I've got some poinsettias and some snow left to do. Quite a bit of white still left. And I can tell you what fabric this is. Hold please. I'm stitching this with all the called for colors. I believe there's 2 charted colorways, and I'm doing the one that's shown on the cover in the model. This is 40 count tarnish by Picture This Plus. And I could not be happier with the way that the colors are showing up on that fabric. Just absolutely in love. So now that I've touched that project, this probably won't come back out again, unless I've got some other motivation to pull it back out, because it's been checked off the whip go. That's it for whips. Let's move on to haul. All right, so I am not covering chart haul in my videos right now, because I am doing my stash dive videos and I'm showing you all of the charts that I have in my stash. I'm not showing charts also in these videos, sorry, showing new charts in these videos. But if I buy anything that is in a category that I've already covered in a stash dive, then I will show it here. So I did buy like two charts, but I'm not going to show them. What was I going to say? I just lost my train of thought. I don't know, I lost it. I am trying to buy fewer charts because I am overwhelmed by my stash. But market is coming up, so we'll see how well I do on that. I bought two charts in January, so maybe I can do 0 buying of charts in February and then prepare myself for market and try to only buy things that like are market exclusive, never going to be available again type of things. Also, real quick, in this haul portion, I have not been showing my subscriptions every video just because I feel like other people show them and I don't know, I just, I got frustrated with leaving them out and then never putting them away so that I could show them to you. So, but I do real quick want to show you the subscriptions that I get to hype them up. But I'm not going to be showing them every time. So I get the Black Needle Society subscription box. Love that. Highly recommend. I have some unboxings on my channel. There are a million other people who do unboxings here on Flosstube if you've never seen a Black Needle Society box before, but even the ones that are like, this box really wasn't for me, they're still beautiful. They're absolutely beautiful. And there's always like something I can use out of them, even if there are a couple things that aren't really for me. Like this past box wasn't as much for me, but like the fabric is beautiful, the floss is beautiful. I love it. And then of course there are some boxes that I like, my head pops off. I'm so excited. So that's probably my favorite thing that I get and the thing I most look forward to getting. Then the next thing that I absolutely await with bated breath every month is I get the Fortnite Fabric of the Month Club. And these are not going to show up super great in the plastic, but I'm not going to take them out right now. I get the 40 count neutral, I think is the one that I get. So this one, I don't know what months these are from. I just had them hanging around. Is called Earnest, and this is like a pinky, like almost like a Himalayan salt color. And then This one is just a fantastic neutral color. I love these. I love them so much. The quality is just out of this world, so good, and the colors are always fantastic. Like, you'd think that a neutrals club would be really boring, but you can tell that like they do quite varied colors in the neutrals, and I'm always excited to see what they're sending out. Next, I subscribed to 3 Owl Threads Nest Egg, and I used to get Gentle Art, and it just comes in a pack like this every month. She goes somewhat alphabetically, and then like loops back around, but a lot of times she's, there are ones that are out of stock, and so then she'll pick them up in a later month. So like these were clearly in the C's. We've got cherry wine, chives, what is this one? Clover, claret, chalk, cherry bark. There was a time when I desperately needed cherry bark, and now I have about 18 skeins of it, and every single skein of cherry bark looks completely different. Cinnamon, chamomile, and then walnut. So clearly this is one that was missed before and then got picked back up again. And cinders. Cinders is the color that I used on my sleeping dragon that I showed in my year in review. And this color is one of my favorite Gentle Arts colors. It's gorgeous. It's like got like plums and wine color, like burgundy. It's just beautiful. So my Gentle Art is almost done, and even the gaps that I have, like I was getting too many repeats in the Gentle Art nest egg, so I decided I'll just fill in the gaps of my Gentle Art myself, and I switched to Classic Colorworks because my Classic Colorworks collection is significantly lighter. And it was super easy to switch. So if you have nest egg and you want to switch what you're getting, super easy. I just emailed her and she switched it for me, no problem. So Classic Colorworks is in the S's right now, but it will loop around back to the beginning of the alphabet once we get to the end. So we have Spun Sugar, Sugar and Spice, Stormy Night, Shamrock, Secondhand Rose, Stepping Stones, Spinach. I really love this color from Classic Colorworks. Snips and Snails. That's a funny color name. It's showing up white, but it's very much blue. Strawberry Parfait. This is a beautiful color. And Straw Hat. The reason I don't like to show these on every video is because like you're not gonna see how the color truly shows up. Like I'd have to work really hard to make the color show up correctly. And like you can just go look for yourself what these colors look like. But I really love getting my nest egg every month, and it builds a fantastic thread stash for me. Next, I subscribe to the Color and Cotton Floss of the Month. They have 3 clubs, and I'm in 2 of them. They have Primitive Neutrals, they have All Colors, and they have Brights. And All Colors is like, it's not inclusive of the other 2. It's its own separate thing. And I think these colors are dyed specifically for the club. I could be wrong about that, but I think they are. And so these are the ones from January. So this is Primitive Neutrals, and this is All Colors. I just don't use the bright colors as much, so I didn't get that one. But I mean, these threads are amazing, and I love building my stash of them. I would give my right arm, maybe my left arm. I clearly need my right arm based on how how difficult it's been over the last couple weeks to like brush my teeth or feed myself without my right hand, but so maybe not my right arm, but I might give my left arm to have the Color and Cotton fabric of the month open up, but I see that not happening anytime soon. And finally, I am in the Npi Club put on by Fat Quarter Shop. So we get a pack of these every month, and there's like a color theme. So this one is obviously Mediterranean blue. So I was in that all last year, and I am staying in it this year. For some reason, I only thought it was gonna run for a year, but it's clearly continued on. And so this is a great way for me to get introduced to NPIs. I really like being in this club, and just all the pretty silks. You gotta love them. So those are all of the clubs that I'm in. And since we just talked about a butt ton of floss, let's come back to the Floss Winders from Stacy Stitches. Because when I told her that I was gonna do a giveaway of a floss winder, she said, oh my gosh, that sounds amazing. Why don't I give you one for free to give away? Thank you, Stacy. Oh my gosh, that is so, so kind. So she is giving away a 12-inch one, so the size that's between these two. A 12-inch floss winder. So please, if you would like to win the 12-inch floss winder, please make a comment down below with the word foot, F-O-O-T, foot, because, you know, 12 inches. So the one that I'm giving away, you can pick which size you want. So if you already have one, you know, you can pick a size you don't have, or if you have a particular need, if one of these are gonna fit your need better, you can pick which one you'd like. And if you win for foot, you're gonna get a 12-inch one. Okay. Again, thank you so much, Stacy. That was so, so kind of you. All right, moving on in haul. We're just talking about Color and Cotton and how much I would love to be in a fabric of the month for them. When they post fabric available, I lose my mind and buy it immediately. I have so much fabric. I do not need to be buying more fabric, and yet I just lose my mind and I buy more fabric. So recently they posted a bunch of fabric available that they had just dyed, and I just went and bought it. I went and bought as much as I could. So I bought this limited edition. I should take it out of the plastic so you can see. Limited edition 32 count linen. And it is a beautiful, luscious brown. It's a little bit cooler than it's showing up on camera. It's pretty close. It's not quite as yellow as it's showing up. But it's got some beautiful, very light modeling in it. This fabric is luscious. And this is a really big piece. A really big piece. This must be a half. So I'll be able to fit 2, 3, 4 projects on this. It's completely laughable that I bought fabric. I have so much fabric in my stash, but I did. Next I got a piece, this was also limited edition, also 32 count, similar size also. Let me hold these up together. So this one is a little bit pinker than this one, but they are both beautiful neutrals with beautiful subtle modeling. stunning. So those two were limited edition colors. These all have names. So I got a piece of 28 count Lugana in the color Mocha, which I don't know why it's called Mocha because it's like a taupey lavender color. It's showing up a lot grayer on camera than it is in person. Classic for taupe, classic. But it looks like purple to me. I don't usually prefer, oh, this was available in the Crazy Annie's Fabric of the Month Club for November 2021, so they must have had a few extra. And I am a sucker for taupe, and I really enjoy even weave. I usually go for 32 count over 28, but I don't mind 28. Next, we have a piece of 40 count Pearwood. This was from the Crazy Annie's Fabric of the Month Club, December 2021. I don't think the fabrics from that club are exclusive because I believe I have purchased this color at another time, but I could be wrong, or maybe I just saw it available another time, but it's beautiful, and I'm a sucker for 40 count, and so I had to snatch it up. Just had to. And so let me compare these three sort of neutrals that I have. We have the Pearwood, and then the two limited editions. So, like when you put them up next to each other, they look quite different, but they're all beautiful. And then I got a piece of 20 count Ada in moss. I really do love this like dusky teal color, greenish, bluish, grayish color. I have lots of fabric that is sort of like along these lines. And recently I've been really loving 20 count, and I'd never seen 20 count available from Color and Cotton before. So when I saw that, I was like, yep, and this color is my jam. I don't care how many pieces of it I have that are similar in my stash. We're gonna buy it. And then, because the folks at Color and Cotton are just amazing, which, by the way, in case you didn't know, Color and Cotton is located very, very near to me. I live in St. Louis, and they are very nearby. And they very, very briefly, right before the pandemic, opened up a local needlework store, and then they had to close. And they are not currently focused on reopening it because they were open for like less than a month before the pandemic happened. But I got to meet Angela there. I've also met her at Galleria, which also happens very close to where I live. So I'm very lucky in that regard. But Angela is just like the absolute sweetest human. And she works so hard to make these amazing floss and fabric for us, and I am just so thankful for her. So they dropped in some gift floss. And we've got the light on kind of harsh here, so I'm gonna have to hold them back here so you can see what color they are. So we've got this bright, bright, bright turquoise color. None of these are named, these are just random flosses. Then we've got like a beautiful brown color. And then we've got this like unicorn color. It's like, not gonna focus. It's like pinks and purples and blues, pastels. And then we have this like yellowy gray almost. Yeah. So I really appreciate those extra flosses. Thank you so much. Next, I bought some Lovey Studio sleeves because I am me and I can't resist when they put out new fabrics that I like. So I got this sleeve that has books and flowers on it, and it has this really bright inside fabric that I love. I got one with woodland animals on it. So there's a fox on that side, and there's a bear and a raccoon on this side. And I think, yeah, that's kind of a bummer. There's like the tiniest little bit of an owl here, but my sleeve didn't get an owl on it. I love owls so much, but that's okay. That fox is just, that makes up for it. It's totally fine. And that bear, come on. Ugh, love it. And then making up for it, I got a sleeve with owls on it because I'm me and I can't resist. And that's what the inside of this one looks like. I didn't show the inside of this one. Ooh, yes. So, along this theme, I will be giving away a Lovey Studio sleeve. These are made by my wonderful friends, Katie and Lara Landis, also of the Black Needle Society. They are fantastic quality. They work great for putting a book in. I actually have a book in one right now. And they also are awesome for putting your cross stitch projects in. I have a bunch just like sitting here with me. You can see this one's got a project in it. This one's got a project in it. And then they also have, they have 2 sizes available. Sorry, I'm bumping the camera. This is the bigger size, so this is the smaller size. And I like them both, and I have both sizes. So I am going to be giving away 2 sleeves. I'm going to be giving one away from my own money, and then Katie and Lara have so very generously offered to give one away as well. So I am honestly not sure if they had a size in mind of the one that they're gonna give away, or if I can give away one of any size from them. So if you enter this giveaway, the one that I'm giving away, I'll let you order either size, and you can pick any sleeve that they have available in their shop at the time that you message me. They release new fabrics every Friday, and so when you message me that that you saw that you won and giving me your information, go on their website and look at the different fabrics that they have available and let me know which one you want. So if you win the one that I'm giving away, I'll let you pick either size. And if you win the one that they're giving away, you might be restricted to a specific size or you might not. Sorry, I'm not sure. So you need to be willing to receive either size if you enter this giveaway. So if you would like to win a sleeve, even though I mostly use these for stitching, I occasionally use these for reading. So if you'd like to win a sleeve, please write a comment down below and say, I'm reading, and then what are you currently reading? Or if you're not currently reading anything, just a book that you like. So I'll look for I'm reading, and then whatever you want after that. And in case anyone is curious what I'm reading, I just finished a book today. I finished Red, White, and Royal Blue, which highly recommend, very much enjoyed. I also just finished reading Project Hail Mary, which is probably like one of my top 5 favorite books of all time, written by the author of The Martian. So if you like science fiction, even remotely a little bit, read Project Hail Mary. Oh my gosh, it was so good. And I cannot recommend the audiobook enough. Actually, of both of these books. And then I'm about to start the 5th or 6th book of the Expanse series, which I'm also very much enjoying. I think the 6th book is the one I'm about to start. So that's what I'm reading. All right, and I have one more thing in haul to show you. Sorry, we got a little sidetracked on books there. So this is a little bit of a stitching adjacent piece of haul. This is needlework, but not cross stitch. I discovered this company from somebody on Instagram. I think Stitches by Shelby is who introduced me to this company. If not, I'll put it on the screen who it was. And I just like immediately went out and bought stuff from them when I saw it. So I got 2 kits to try. This looks like it's gonna be so easy to pick up. I'm not worried at all about figuring out how this works. So the company is Hello Bargello. And so I got this kit, the Christmas ornaments, and I got this Hanukkah one. And I don't think these are available anymore. I think I saw that she sold out of them. So I got this menorah tapestry, and I got these Christmas ornaments. And it came with everything I need. It came with all of the colors. I believe these are all DMC. They're DMC, but I think they are yarn. And I think, I'm not sure, but I think they also like come with the needle that I need. Like it comes with everything that I need, which is awesome when you're starting a new hobby, right? This doesn't feel to me like a new hobby. This feels like, you know, so related to cross stitch. It pretty much still is. And I also came with the kit, the plastic canvas that you use, and the dowel that is needed for the menorah wall hanging. So, I mean, it really came with everything. And the Christmas ornament one, I believe came with the little like gold dangly hardware also. So the quality of these kits is unreal. They're so beautiful, and I cannot wait to start one of these. And I haven't even tried it yet, so I can't promise that I'll like it. I almost certainly will like it, but I've already bought something else from her that's coming in the mail. Because, you know, once again, I'm me. All right, that was it for haul, and let's move on to plans. Okay, so as I mentioned, I'm trying to take it really slow and easy on my thumb and wrist. So I've got these goals, but my health and well-being is more important. So I am going to pace myself towards these goals and do my best. So my first goal is a new start that I've already started, but I'll wait to show you that until the February video. But this is the chart that I'm going to start. It is by My Big Toe Designs. And I'm stitching this as a gift for a friend who is getting married at the end of March. So I need to get a move on. I'm doing my own color conversion to her wedding colors. But based on how it's going so far, I feel like I should be fine to finish that, even though I have to pace myself. Trying to finish that by the end of February so that I have enough time to get it framed before I'm going to her wedding at the end of March. Next in my plans, my Whip Go pulls for February. I pulled Harry Potter covers by Fox and Teacup. Here's a picture of what it will look like. I am doing the unattributed version because I don't need the author's name in more places in my house. So here's where I am on that right now. And my whip goal for that is a page finish, which is like right along here. So this should be a pretty fast goal to accomplish because I've already done most of the hard work for this one. I just didn't get credit for it yet because I'm not quite there. I had to like find my my Kindle that I use for Pattern Keeper because I haven't worked on one of my Pattern Keeper projects like in months. So I had to like dig it out somewhere and charge it. But it's all charged up and ready to go for when I'm ready to pull that project out. The other Whip Go project that I pulled for this month is Cozy Feet by Mill Hill. And that's what it looks like. And I pulled this out to work on it the other day, and it's on the classic Mill Hill perforated paper. This is my progress so far. This has a tiny bit of February progress in it, but I could not work on this. For some reason, pulling the needle through the perforated paper is so much harder. It requires so much more grasping strength than fabric. And I would not have expected that, but it totally does. And so there's no way that I can work on this right now. I put in a small handful of stitches and gave up pretty quickly. However, as I was pulling this out to work on it again, I was realizing that like the perforated paper is awesome for really small projects, things that are like going to become an ornament or something like that, because you know, then I don't have to figure out putting it in a frame to stitch on it, and FFOing it is a lot easier because it's already got some structure. But something bigger like this, I mean, it's going to be full coverage. What did I do with the picture of it? Oh, right here. It's going to be full coverage. And I just don't understand why that has to be on perforated paper. It's almost full coverage. Like, you can see along the edges, not quite. But there's just no reason why I feel like I have to do this on perforated paper. So I am very strongly considering restarting this on fabric. I think I'll enjoy it way more if I can actually work on it without hurting myself. And I also, just like these big pieces of perforated paper are really hard to store and travel with without like bending it and ruining the paper. Whereas the small kits are like so much easier to travel with because they're small and all contained in there. So yeah, I'm just not sold on the perforated paper for the big Mill Hill kits. So that is, you know, it's slated for a finish for Whip Go, but that's like almost full coverage, and it's not small. I mean, it is small, but it's not, you know, it's a larger Mill Hill, so I don't know why I thought I needed to finish that this year. But that's what's on my Whip Go goal, so that's what I'm gonna try and do. And working on that in the winter is awesome, so I'm really glad it got called now. While we're talking about this one, because I have it stored in this bag, this bag has artwork by Denise Soden. She sells these zipper pouches in her Etsy shop. She also sells prints and stickers and all sorts of things in her Etsy shop. And I show these bags all the time because I have lots of projects stored in them. And some of you guys have really loved them and have gone and purchased bags from Denise. And she's one of my best friends. And so she texted me the other day and said that one of my subscribers bought some zipper bags from her. And so I just cannot thank you enough for supporting one of my favorite people on this planet. And like, obviously her work deserves it. She is so talented, and these bags are so high quality. They are lined and the zipper is sturdy, and they have this hanger here on the end that I really like. So these are awesome pouches for your smaller projects. So I'm going to be giving one of these away. And the design she has available in her shop that I'm completely obsessed with is this tiger. I cannot get over the depth of color in the background there, and the orange is absolutely striking. And the stripes on the tiger are actually this purple in the background rather than black, which I love. Oh, I just love it so much. I have my diamond painting stored in here actually, because my diamond painting is of a tiger. But if you would like to win this zipper pouch with the tiger on it, with this exact artwork, please put a comment below with the word tiger, T-I-G-E-R, tiger, and you'll be entered to win one of these. And just so you guys know, if you ever go onto Denise's shop and she doesn't have bags available, or her shop is on vacation, just like keep checking back, and she adds them every so often. All right, and then the things that got pulled for my extra whip go, these, the only goal on them is to just take them out and stitch on them, and then I will have achieved my goal. We have Gathering Berries by Luminous Fiber Arts. I'll put a picture here. And this is my itty bitty start on it. I guess it's not that itty bitty. This is 40 count birch. And I am stitching with Belsois Cranberry, which I believe is the called for color. And the other thing that got called on my extra whip go was Good Trouble by Whistle Stop Stitcher. And here's where I am now on it. This is a piece of 32 count even weave from, I think it's even weave, yeah, from Fortnite Fabrics. So all I gotta do is take those out and work on them a little bit, and that will achieve my goal for them. So the last item to talk about in plans is that I am participating in the Nap Time Stitcher Olympics challenge. It goes against everything that I wanted to do this year. I very specifically said in my year-end review video that I did not want to be participating in things that would bring out a project for just one day and then put it back away again. And yet, here we are. But it's the Olympics. I love the Olympics, clearly. So you combine Olympics and stitching together, and I'm just freaking sold. But I am doing my best to pull out projects that I can use for multiple days of the challenge and incorporate the projects that you just saw in my plans. So I'm trying to not pull out a bunch of things that I wouldn't have already pulled out. And I am letting myself be okay. Like yesterday, I just didn't have a chance to stitch. And I'm letting myself be okay with the fact that I'm not gonna stitch every day of the challenge, and that that's okay. It's hard for me, but it's okay. But I'm super enjoying that challenge. I'm really, really having fun. So that's been great as my reintroduction back into stitching after my injury. So I guess last little thing is a reminder to please keep an eye out for my stash die video for February. That should be coming out in about a week or so. Maybe just a few days by the time I get this up. And also please keep an eye out for the video that I'm going to make going over how I set up my spreadsheet and how I enter everything in every month for all of my stitching stats. So those will be coming your way. Let's review the giveaways real quick. If you would like to win a t-shirt from Stitching Goddess Designs, please put a comment with the word goddess in it. If you would like to win a Floss Winder from Stacy Stitches of a size of your choice, please put a comment with the word purple. You can combine all these into one comment if you'd like, if you're entering multiple times, or you can do individual comments, doesn't matter to me. If you would specifically like a 12-inch Floss Winder, please put a comment with the word foot. If you would like to win a set of stitchy hugs from Sarcy Girl, please put a comment with the word hug. If you would like to win a sleeve from Lovey Studio, please be willing to accept either size that they have available, and I will let you know if you win, if you can pick the size or if there's a specific size I need you to look for. If you would like to win a sleeve, please put a comment that says, "I'm reading," and then what you're reading. And if you would like to win a zipper bag from Denise Soden with her beautiful tiger artwork on it, please put a comment below with the word tiger. So we've got goddess, purple, hug, I'm reading, foot, and tiger. That's it. That's all we got. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and thank you so much for all of your love and support and enthusiasm. You guys are really my people, and I appreciate you so much. And I will see you in those other videos that I mentioned, and in my next Flosstube video, which will be coming out at the end of February. Thanks for hanging out.